Hello everyone, this is Minimap's monthly new releases of June 2024. As I was looking through the game releases for this month, I realized that it is full of highly anticipated DLCs getting launched. But don't get too disappointed yet because there are some awesome new game releases among them. So let's check out which games and DLCs are coming out this month. We are going to start out this list with Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road. The 8th chapter of ESO takes place in Westfield of Colovian region. Now, the area is threatened by the encroaching Valenwood jungle and Daedric incursions, and you have to defend the Colovian capital city of Skingrad, investigate wilds of the Dawnwood, and explore ancient Aelid ruins and the mountains' Colovian highlands. On top of the story, there is a new feature called Scribing, which is a new way to customize your playstyle, collect special skills, and modify the effects and functionality. You also get new item sets, collectibles like pets and mounts, world bosses, and a new 12-person trial. You can experience all these new content on June 3rd for PC and June 18th for Xbox and PlayStation. The next game is also another DLC, Destiny 2 The Final Shape. The DLC is its 8th expansion and will have new story content, artifact mods, weapons, armors, and rewards, as Destiny 2 does not have seasons but have new episodes that they add. The Final Shape has 3 different sections where each of the sections focuses on the story of Vex, Scorn, and Hive. The main content of the Final Shape is the Pale Heart of the Traveler, super abilities for subclasses. Also, there's a new subclass called Prismatic that allows players to combine Arc, Solar, Void, Stasis, and Strand. The team is planning to release one new raid to the dungeons and bring back the old raid. The new DLC brings new exotic class items for each class and new dreads to the world. Destiny 2 Final Shape will be released on June 4th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. StarWars Hunters is a 4v4 arena hero shooter game taking place roughly around the Mandalorian era. You can think of this game as the Star Wars version of Overwatch or Gladiators. The game follows the typical hero shooter game. The heroes are organized into 3 different categories: the Damage Hunters, Support Hunters, and Tank Hunters. Sound familiar? There are deathmatch style modes or dynamic control modes where you have to take control of the base spot, kind of like Overwatch. It seems like the game will add more heroes and maps along the way, so if you're a Star Wars fan and like to play shooter game with the characters, check out Star Wars Hunters coming out on June 4th for Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android. Assassin's Creed Mirage will be launched on iOS. We already know how the game looks as it was already released last year on other platforms. It is kind of funny how AC Mirage is coming out in iOS before getting a Steam release. The iOS gameplay looks like any mobile action games out there, and you need to own an iPhone 15 Pro, Pro Max, iPad Air, and iPad Pro with M3 chip or later. If you own any of these devices, you may want to try out AC Mirage coming out on June 6th. VRising is coming to PS5 on June 11th. The game was in an early access stage for a long time, but most of the players were loving the game. When the full version of the game came out back in May, people even loved it more. You can personalize your own castle with floating candles or enjoy the fast-paced ARPG combats as a vampire. The game art looks a bit cartoony, but it doesn't take away the horror theme entirely. I don't think VRising will support cross-platform, but if you own a PS5, it is definitely a game you should check out on June 11th. Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 are coming out on the same day of this month. Although the original Monster Hunter and the Stories series do not have direct connection of the stories, the MH Stories 1 is considered the remastered version of the original Monster Hunter released 20 years ago on PS2 and Wii. We know that Monster Hunter Stories 2 is already out, but they are releasing the 2 almost as a bundle pack. Adapted to the modern platforms, Monster Hunter Stories 1 will have full voice acting, much improved graphic, and battles. The 1 and 2 bundle is coming out on June 14th on PC, Switch, and PS4. We have long been waiting for this particular DLC. The final DLC for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is coming out this month. We already know how great Elden Ring is, and the DLC will have added story, brand new map, over 10 new boss fights, 8 new weapon categories, and so much more. The story will follow the story of Makula, twin brother of Millennia. You will be following footsteps in the Land of Shadow area, which is larger than Limgrave. The story will also involve Queen Marika and her story in getting involved in the Shadow Land. We would just have to wait until how the intriguing story of Elden Ring will unfold on June 21st. Last but not least, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble is coming out this month. In the adventure mode, where you play either solo or 4-player co-op, you have to uncover the secrets of Legendary Banana in 200 stages. The multiplayer mode supports up to 16 players, where the 16 players compete in 5 different game modes, and the one who gets the most bananas win. The game looks like a combination of Mario minigames and Sonic the Hedgehog series, and it will be fun, casual game to play when your non-gamer friend comes over and look for a game to play together. I know there are lots of fun festival going on in June, and I can't wait for the Summer Game Fest happening on June 6th. I have mostly covered DLCs coming out in June, but keep in mind that there are so many amazing new games coming out in June, so if you want to see the full list of the games coming out in June, check out Minimap's game collection for upcoming game releases for June. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you on Minimap.